Welcome back, my friends, to the show that never ends. We're so glad you could attend. Come inside, come inside. We're gonna leave it there because I don't know the next words. And anyway, hi everybody. Hi, old friends. So nice to see you. My name is Julie, and I live in Highlands Ranch, Colorado, with my husband and Christians, 'cause we are empty nesters. Do y'all know anybody that's sad about being empty nesters? I mean, really? I tell people, and I get a laugh every time. I say, you know, what I miss the most about my children being gone? And they're like, no, what? I'm like, birthday cake. It's true. 5 children I had. My oldest, named Elijah, is 28, I believe. Because, yeah, I just think we're not celebrating birthdays. And everybody just had some. So I get confused because I have blind, pregnant, dementia. But we like it because we find it endearing and it keeps me humble and game. It does. And it makes me laugh. When I make mistakes, I laugh at myself because it's a mistake. Anyway, so I want to shout out to a couple special people. Actually, there's only one I have in mind. But Ken, Mr. G, and Wednesday, hi, rubber stepper bumper boo. Hello. The Lord keeps bringing you to my mind ever since I saw you on Scotty's Facebook list. And I just want to tell you that Lord bless you. And the one thing that stands out about you is your respect for me, number one. And even though I didn't really have much interaction with you, but I could tell you respected me. An empath, we just know these things. Because mainly because we pay attention. Yeah. And how people make you feel. So, it turns out, this whole God's real children, we're special. I have so much to say. And time just flies on these recordings. I don't know why. Probably because time is fluid, Spirit says. So anyway, I'm well. I hope everybody else is. I hope everybody's paying attention to what's going on in this world around us. Because every time I go out, it gets scarier and scarier. I went to my local bank tonight, which I mentioned on Twitter, and I opened up a new account. Naughty Empress, at Naughty Empress 7. So we're going to go back and forth here and there, and comments under liked videos and just whatever. It's just going to be all over the place. But I know we have a lot of newcomers, and I'm sorry that, because there's a lot of water under the bridge. But I switch around card readers, but the ones that I'm doing now are pretty consistent. I think I've landed on my favorites. But go back if you have time, in between new stuff. If you want to hear the story, I'll try to tell it in storybook form. I have a story to read. This was read to me at a Women of Faith event, and I cried like a baby. It was read by the author, and oh my God, it was ugly crying instant. And then I found this book, because I was just going to use these for props. And these are books, this is a book that my mom gave our kids, one of the only ones left after an illegal garage sale. I'm still hot about that. And that was like 13 effing years ago. So I realize I can't cuss anymore because it offends so many people. It's violent. And that's the story I'm going to tell tonight. But before I tell my story, this book is about how to invent things. It's like how to make an axe out of a rock. How to... Well, I should have my glasses. It's how to build stuff. How to build an abacus. How to make a chain pulley system. Because the Lord says that this future vision of the world, like they've shown us in movies, that's a freaking pipe dream. That's what they want. The reality is, if people don't get on board and ascend, the reality is you're going to be like the Flintstones and not the cartoon. Okay? Dum-dums in the Old Testament, third world nation. Pete will be Paul, because by then he'll have seen the light, but he's going to be in the Old Testament with nothing. He's going to have to recreate the whole story of the message of love by himself. As kind of a Moses for when there is a second coming. And all of this is still, this has got to be spirit-led because it's still confusing to me. Because there's been time travel. The Old Testament that was written is actually going to happen next. I don't get it. But it's Back to the Future. And I'm Marty McFly, except I don't have the benefit of time travel. And yeah, I probably was a mermaid. Do I remember it? No. But as we find out about these other existences, when were they? Time being fluid. One big long day. Day 7. No, day 7's a millennial reign. Yeah, whatever. I don't get it. I don't get it. But I'm a special person. Very special. And a family member of mine, which I have paper trailed on digitally, to call him out, wasn't, intended to, get a hit put on me for shit's sake. Yeah, see, white women can't cuss. It's just not accepted. I need a shout out to Get 'em Done, my favorite nanny bunny. I love you. I love her so much. She is such a good medicine to me. I just can barely stand it. Anyway, I had to bail on her last, was it fire reading? Because I was like, man, I gotta record this. Even though she was giving me, like hot off the press intel. Apparently, AI, for me, is tarot cards. They are the new magi. The powers of darkness have taken over everything and effed it up. Royally! They took a garden and turned it into this. And we're beyond the movie Idiocracy. It's just not open. I mean, the hand jobs at the Starbucks, So disgusting. Anyhow, her heart is so grieved to the point of wrath in what the powers that be on the macro and the micro and what they're doing to the last vestiges of what's good and decent and pure and holy. People like me. People who love God and love the Lord, even though it was freaking blind faith our whole lives. And now we're getting answers. Now the veil's been lifted. What they have planned in the movies is what they have planned. They don't realize that their bunkers are their coffins. They don't know that it's going to be, you know, the survival of the fittest. And it's going to be a complete reboot. And, yeah, what else? Peace, motherfuckers, be still. Hear me and hear me good. All of this stuff, this crazy stuff I'm telling you is true. All of these videos that I send you to are true. You need to fucking wake up. We got just over 2 years left of this existence. Spirit tells me that ascension will happen if fucking Patriarch doesn't step up by my birthday, which is the 22nd. You know, if somebody doesn't step up, the very few remnant are out of here. And you're going to have to deal with the fallout for the next 2 years. And it's going to be ugly. Which leads me to my story. And I don't know if this new phone's going to upload better, but I'm kind of approaching the time limit. So I go into the branch tonight because I got popped with an overdraft fee because I didn't get the money there in time to meet my poverty challenge. Yeah, I can't ask him for money ahead of time because he needs an exact amount because he's not going to give me more because then I'll spend it all. You know the routine. So anyway, he was getting in, he got in late, and I put it off to the next day and I got popped. So, but I haven't bounced anything in a long time, so I was going to go try to get it reversed. So I go into the bank, and the lady said, "Someone will be with you in a minute, have a seat." So I sit. And so then an older white toxic male, approaches me and another gal that just came in and sat down. And she indicated that I was here first. And he said, "You know, what can we help you with?" And I said, I need to have an overdraft reversed if it's possible. And he said, "Well, I'm not really sure we're going to be able to help you ladies because we're helping other people and we're getting ready to close." And I was like, "But there's 20 minutes. And he said, "Yeah, we let 6 people go an hour ago." This is like 20 till close. And I said, "Well, why'd you do that? Why would you do that?" And he said, "Oh, well, they had already worked 40 hours. And I was like, "So?" And he said, "Did you make an appointment?" And I said, "Since when do I have to make an appointment to do this? I've never done that in all the years I've banked with you." For a notary, yes, I've made an appointment. Because your notaries are never here unless you make an appointment. That I do know. And so then I just got escalated. And I stood up and dropped a couple F-bombs and called him a white toxic male with a salute. And he threatened to call the sheriff. And I said, "For what?" And he said, "You offended me several times." And I was like, "You're gonna call the fucking sheriff because I offended you?" Just like this. That's very escalated. It's very ballsy. Ballsy. Gang, gang. And I was like, I realize that I'm hysterical and I don't mean funny. That's how you see me. But you're a dick. Something like that. Anyway. So he said, "I'm going to have to ask you to never come to this branch again." And I was like, "Really? Okay." And I made some crack comment to the gal sitting down behind me. I was like, "I know she's acting like she's not paying attention, but she's going to have a good laugh about this tonight with her husband." And I told him I was pregnant, and I was like, "This is the wrong day to mess with me, and I'm pregnant." So, anyway. So I walked out of there and I was a little rattled because I've never gotten anyone's face like that. Not even Scott's. Ever. Okay, I'm going to cut it off and upload it and I'll be right back. See you soon. Bye, you guys. Bye, Nanny. I love you. You're right about everything. The divine masculine is Frank and he's a loser. Bless his little black heart. Wink, wink. He's a dick.